So thank you very much for having me. I know that I have 25 minutes right now, so I will try to squeeze, and this is my presentation. I will just move this panel a little so I can see properly everything. Good. So I just structurized this presentation into 3 strategy plus 1 extra slide that I will show you at the end. And like I said, I wanted to bring you something that really will change your day-to-day performance, and you can just easily pick up this and say like, okay, that's something new, something cool. I can implement this even tomorrow into my content strategy. So tactic 1, this is something like I call the snapshot approach to keyword research. And I'm going to show you 2 approaches, very similar one, obviously 2 because I will be using 2 different tools. Now, if I would see you guys in front of me, I would ask the question, who is using search metrics? Raise your hand. This is normally what I'm doing. I believe some of you may be familiar with search metrics. Some of you may not. Some of you may use a similar tool like Systrix, like SpyFu, or SEMrush that I will say a little about later. And imagine the scenario. I'm joining the company, a new company. Let's say it's USwitch. We have August 2012 when I joined. I always have this kind of, my personal approach to the new job, that I really wanted to prove that I was the best candidate, that I was worth to get this job. I didn't want to do excuses like, oh, SEO needs to take a time, and so on and so on and so on. And that's why I just invented this snapshot idea. So first of all, I went to somewhere in 2012 when I joined USwitch. I went to Search Metrics and I said, hey, Search Metrics, show me all the keywords that I'm already ranking on. And Search Metrics show me something like that. Or something similar. Obviously, this is not 2012, but I took this screenshot maybe like 2 years ago. So obviously that's different. And what can I see here? I can see a lot of keywords with search volume, with traffic index, and so on and so on. This is the set I could start working on, but this is not a perfect set. So I'm going deeper, and there is in Search Metrics, there is this kind of filter option. I can do the same with Excel, but the good thing is that I can do this straight away from Search Metrics. And I'm saying, hey, I want to filter. I don't want you to show me anything else but all these keywords that are ranking between position 2 and 10. Because if something is on position 1, I cannot be higher. And if something is, I could be in AnswerBox, but let's skip this conversation for now. Let's say all the keywords from position 2 and 10, because they are already on the first page of the results, and the search volume between 1,000 and 20,000. And I'm getting something like that. Now you may ask me, why are you excluding search volume too high? Well, that's a very good question. I'm not only looking for keywords between position 2 and 10, so the first page, but I'm also looking for keywords which are not a third-party brand keywords. I'm looking for generic keywords. USwitch, as a price comparison website, is ranking on many keywords, including third-party brand providers like BT or EE or 3 Mobiles, and so on and so on. My personal approach and my advice is that you don't want really to consider these keywords as something to rank on. You may still rank on these keywords, which is absolutely fine, but you need to understand that, it's this kind of a little trap thinking, oh, this 3 Mobiles or EE or Orange Mobiles, they have such a great search volume. I want to rank right behind the brand owner, so I will get traffic. You want. If someone is writing Orange or if someone is writing 3 Mobiles, they want to land on 3 Mobiles, not on other websites. So I filtered this, and I can see here that I have very beautiful keywords. I will try to make this, how you call this? Let me see if I can draw here. Oh, you see, you can draw. I feel like, yeah. So I can see lots of beautiful keywords here, and what is the most important, corresponding URLs here. I have also nice metrics, positions, traffic index, and search volume. So This is what I'm looking for, and now I can export this into Excel and start working. What is very important to say about this set, this keywords on the left side and URLs on the middle of this spreadsheet or of this screenshot. Most of the keywords point to different URLs. So that means if you start doing on-page optimization, you kind of attacking different part of the website. Sometimes you may face situation that your website is not going up on certain bulk of keywords, certain set of keywords, let's say keywords related to loans or life insurance, but is going up on mobiles, on broadband, and so on and so on. So I think now I need to click. Oh, can I remove this? I don't know how to remove these things that I was. Let me try to. Clear all drawings. Okay. Now, why I said so much about position 2 and 10? It's very simple. This curve is explaining a lot. Take a look. This is something that I call simplified distribution of organic click-through rate. Now, what does it mean? That simply means don't be too much attached about this 18% and 10%. It's very easy to challenge this. You can very easy say like, Lukasz, you are not right. This is never 18%. It's 20, it's 10, it's 15. It's about something different. It's about the difference between when you are on the position 1 and on position 3, 4, 5. Can you see how stripe on the beginning there is? How such a big difference is between being on position 2 and 1? Let me go deeper. If you are between position 5 and 10, it's pretty much the same, very flat. 3%, 2%, 1, 1, 1, and so on. But when you are here on the beginning of this chart, between position 3, 2, and 1, to jump from position 3 to 1 is a huge, tremendous difference. I will show you one calculation, simple enough. Let's see only deals. Search volume 18,841, position 2. If I will do simple calculation, 10% multiply 18,841 search volume, that would roughly give me 1,893 visits. But if I will be first, that means that I will get 3,294 visits because we are multiplying the search volume by 18.2%. That is 1,400 visits more monthly from one keyword only. It's almost we doubled this what we had on the position 2. And when I'm working on this, I'm just creating this kind of a table with this percent you saw, and then I'm calculating traffic potential for each keyword. So what is traffic index? Traffic index is current situation, so search volume multiplied by CTR on position. So if we are on position 2, then that will be 10%, position 3, 7,22, and so on and so on. Then we have second matrix, which is TI max, traffic index max. That's the search volume multiplied by click-through rate on position 1. And now, the creme de la creme, TI difference. That's the difference between what we have now, the current state, and the max, what we could have. And this difference is what is how we prioritizing keywords to choose. And this is how the spreadsheet looks like. You have position, search volume, and so on and so on and so on. And obviously, back in the day, people would be sorting by search volume, saying like, well, this is my main metric. But it's a bit, I would say, not sophisticated enough, if I can say like that. So what I'm doing instead, I'm sorting this by TID. And I know that we have only 20 minutes, and this is a very, very short time to explain everything, how it works. But I've done something for you. You can see how the different sort works. You have different keywords. And the most important is that I prepared for you a spreadsheet that you can download on my website, which is zelezny.uk/snapshot. When you download this spreadsheet, there is an example set, and you can see simply how that spreadsheet is working. So remember, zelezny.uk/snapshot. Now, when we prioritized keywords, we started optimizing, and there is absolutely nothing else what you normally do. Title tag modification, strong tag, alt tag, image file name, additional paragraph with text, headers modification, H1, H2, H3, and so on, including internal links with keyword reach anchor. When to use this method? When you starting working on organic performance, when you join the organization, when you have new client on the board, and the client is like, oh, you know, SEO, I don't believe this anymore. I had so many troubles in past years. And you are like, haha, I will show you that it works. Give me 2 weeks. For website with established history of ranking in SERPs, unfortunately, this method is not for a new website. You need to have already some data. And finally, when you quickly need to prove that SEO is worth money spent and time spent and so on, when people don't believe that SEO may work, when people have passed bad experience, you are then coming like an angel from the sky. Conclusion. When you're dealing with keywords that already ranking, so dealing with keywords that already ranking is a must. You need to have some data. Leveraging quality traffic, you following Google, you taking Google as an advisor, you asking, hey Google, show me where the website is ranking, and I will just leverage this up. English people call this low-hanging fruits. I think this is a low-hanging fruit strategy. Utilizing multiple URLs, you're attacking different URLs. Finally, you're playing search engine game. And at the end of the day, you're delivering quick results. Tactic 2, because I have less and less time, gap analysis. What is gap analysis very quickly? Think about this. This is a screenshot from SEMrush. Whoever is using SEMrush, then know that this is a very powerful tool, and one of the functions that I love is domain versus domain, aka gap analysis. On this screenshot, I said, hey, show me, hey SEMrush, show me Telegraph and Independent, what keywords they rank in top 100 Google UK together. And I have some random keywords that doesn't make any sense. I can go deeper. I can say, hey, SEMrush, show me this keyword that Independent and Telegraph ranks together on the first page, and these keywords contain the word Scotland. And what I have, election results Scotland, Scotland Independent, patron saint Scotland, Australia versus Scotland, Scotland versus England, best place to live in Scotland. Lots of ideas to write topic about Scotland. By the way, if you've never been to Scotland, I recommend you. Amazing place with beautiful views, stunning views, and perfect to take some photos and have maybe a pint or two. Now, what does it mean for me? I can go to SEMrush and I can say, hey, SEMrush, show me Uswitch and my competitors, where they are ranked, where we ranking together, but show me something deeper. Show me these keywords where these 3 guys are ranking together in Google UK and Uswitch is not. That is giving me that what I call gap. I know where is a gap in content, where is the hole I should fill. And take a look on this. Mortgage insurance, mortgage calc, mortgage calculation, mortgage calcul, mortgage calculate. Do I see a pattern here? Probably we're talking about mortgage calculator tool that my competitors have, and I don't have this on Uswitch. So I'm going deeper. I'm not trying to choose only keywords that make grammatical sense. Mortgage calculate, mortgage calculator which, estimate mortgage calculator. And I know that right now I need to go to content team and I need to go to developers. Content team will write article about mortgage calculation, and the developers will design a tool that can be used as a part of the website. And this is how I call this order for content I'm sending to my copywriters. Looks like mortgage calculator, calculate your mortgage with company name there again. Then meta description. Obviously, when I was preparing this slides, it was quite a bit ago. So right now we need to remember the meta description can be even 300 characters, and H1 tag, H2 length 800 words, at least 800 words. There is no sense. There is no sense to go shorter. Content type is page, and the URL should be as simple as possible. So in that example, it's tools/mortgage-calculator. Very descriptive and very simple. And the copywriters are writing and the developers are coding. And that way we can start filling gaps that are there. I have 11 minutes, so tactic 3. Dealing with answer box. What are answer boxes? Answer boxes or featured snippets or position 0, that are these boxes that appear above regular organic results. And I wanted to show you a couple of examples. What is a smart meter? Smart meter is a new kind of gas electricity meter that can digitally send meter readings to your energy supplier. Simple, honest, direct. Simple, honest, direct language. Usage is first. But then usage is also number 3 in the regular organic results. We could add on top of that a PPC advert and we would secure 3 spots. The click-through rate on answer boxes is quite high, sometimes even 50%. So it's worth to implement the strategy in your company to achieve as many of answer boxes as possible. And you can see that this text has been taken directly from our website. Another example, what is dual fuel? Dual fuel simply means that you receive your gas and your electricity from the same supplier rather than as is more common the case from 2 separate suppliers. Simple, honest, direct. Very simple language that Google can understand. Because you need to know one thing, there is no magical kind of tag that will allow you to be automatically, it's not like a rich snippet code that you can add to your website to your code and you can automatically start appearing there. No. First of all, you need to rank very high, I would say in top 5. Second of all, you need to make sure that the keyword that you plan to rank in answer box already trigger answer box. And we will tell a bit more in the next slides. So how to be in the answer box? There is a couple of major rules. You need to use heading and lists. You need to use paragraphs which are really separated from other part of the text. 350 characters, that's a good size to try to convince Google to place you in this answer box. Remember that answer box also are read by Google Voice when using the voice search. The content you want to appear probably should use divs. Images, alt tags should use a keyword that in images you should use alt tags with the keyword in the alt, maybe even in the file name. And a couple of more rules like page title, meta description, page URL. That are the standard rules that everyone there listening to us know, but they are also important. And now I just wanted to go into a little more how I'm finding these keywords. So think about this. So how to find keywords that fire answer box. So we have keyword shortbread recipe. It's not an answer, despite from the fact I call this answer box, but it still fire an answer box or featured snippet. You can see BBC, UK, food, shortbread recipe. And below there is also a result from BBC, same page, but obviously this is a normal organic result. And when you go to this website, again, you can see the same picture and a bit of the text in answer box. Champion League group, again, keyword which is not a question, but you can see that answer box is there. Now, UK water rates, another example. This is not a question, but we use which been there with our page. Now what to do? How to find what keywords are firing answer box? There is a nice method. A nice method will be related to SEMrush. So we can go, for example, to SEMrush and say like, show me BBC UK. And then you can see that there is 3.7 million keywords that BBC UK is ranking according to SEMrush. And there is something in the search features that is worth to mention. Featured snippet, 0.48% of all keywords that SEMrush found BBC UK ranking on is firing answer box. Simple math, 0.48 of 3.7 million, that means 17,760 keywords that are in this set of 3.7 million are firing answer box. And now obviously you can try to pick up keywords that are relevant to you, that you already ranking in top 10 simultaneously with BBC, and then try to kick BBC out from this answer box and make your website ranking in the answer box. It's not an easy task, and you should not go with 1 to 5 keywords. You should rather go with 100 keywords or 200 a week, and you need to find a way to track it. So every time you're doing changes in content, you should mark this somewhere in the separate spreadsheet, and then try to track later in SEMrush if you appear in answer box. And then there is another method, which is not that nice, but probably a little more effective. So I just choose food-related website, and you're just doing a simple scraping with URL profiler of the SERP pages, and you're trying to find a markup that is responsible for showing this answer box. So I choose 4 keywords that somewhere back in my head I was thinking like, these keywords must fire answer box. How to bake a cake, how to bake a pancake, how to bake a potato, how to bake a sweet potato. Questions, food related. Then I took these keywords and I converted them into a link that is opening specific search page on Google. So it's google.co.uk/search questionnaire Q equal, and then there is a keyword. And when I had these URLs, I just put them into URL profiler. Again, I believe lots of you may use URL profiler already. And I ticked there is a, on the bottom, custom scraper. And in custom scraper, I added a CSS selector, which is responsible for URL from this box, answer box. And this is like a piece of code that you can find using Chrome or any other, like the Firefox browser. Yeah. And then I ask URL profiler to scrape. And think about this. When I received my spreadsheet, all 4 keywords being showing that there is an answer box. The first one was how to make a pancake. So I have this one, foodnetwork.com/how-to article, how to make a pancake. And then this is how the spreadsheet looks like. Original URL is on the left side, and what URL profiler been able to scrape from answer box on the right side. If answer box would not exist, then we wouldn't have a data one. We would have an empty cell. And WikiHow for a keyword, how to bake a cake. Yeah? And you can see on the screenshot. Another one, how to bake a pancake. foodnetwork.com/how-to/articles, how to make a perfect pancake. How to bake potato, BBC food, and then the funniest one, how to bake a sweet potato. The website is called ncsweetpotatoes.com, how to cook sweet potatoes, bake sweet potatoes, probably website full about and only about sweet potatoes. When to use answer box? When you're dealing with established website, again, and when you're dealing with industry leader, when you have a problem to scale up the traffic because it's already you're securing most of the top spots. Conclusion, refreshing content is always good. Even if you fail to be in answer box, it's always good to try because you're refreshing content. You're answering questions that customer may ask. You're playing the search engine game. You're just following Google again. You're delivering significant impact on CTR, and it's better not to be in answer box than it's better to be in answer box than not to be in answer box. Some people are saying like, oh, my content will be readable straight from Google. I'm like, seriously, it's only 350 characters. They will still click and land on your website. At the end, the last slide, because I have probably less than 120 seconds, WordPress improvement. I just wanted to share with you 4 plugins that I always recommend to use. So SEO Smart Links, which allows you to link pages between each other. The other one is inline related posts, which increase the engagement because it's adding you this little in context link where is a link to another article. Then One Signal, if you are a fan like me of web browser push notifications, that's One Signal plugin plus onesignal.com account is a must. And finally, Smash image compressor and optimization if you are crazy about page speed, and I believe you are, because it's a very important factor these days, then you should never forget about something like Smoosh image compressor on your WordPress website. When I was implementing this strategies I was showing you, my results being quite nicely established, and I could track this progress on search metrics, as well as here on social media PL, a website I acquired some time ago. And maybe it's not the most content-rich website because I don't have that much time, but this methodology I was showing today to you been used, and I've been able to generate a significant growth in visibility and organic traffic. So that's it for today, and I would like to say big thanks to Alexandra for having me. It's always a pleasure and honor to be in front of you guys, and thank you very much.